Watch how an amateur salesman tries to overcome an objection and how a professional phone sales closer makes the deal. This video is a role-play example, but shows what you can do to overcome a difficult objection and why you should do it this way. The breakdown is at the end.
I'm happy to move forward, but I kind of want to talk to one of your past clients first.
You want to talk to one of my past clients? See, in that, I'd be like, okay, well, I suppose I've got past clients. If you want to speak to them, like I wouldn't know what to say. Like I've never heard that objection, so I genuinely wouldn't know what to say. I'd just be like, yeah, I guess like, I can put you in contact with a past client. Like, what do you want to hear from them? I suppose.
I guess I just want to know like what kind of results they've gotten.
Well, I mean, we've got all the results on our website. If you really want to see what they're doing, see what we're doing for them.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's just like sometimes it's just nice to actually like hear it from someone specifically, right?
Okay. What type of stuff are you specifically looking to hear?
Like I just want to know their experience, like what it felt like to work with you, what the process really felt like. Like I know I can look at your testimonials and I see you get results, but you know, a lot to me is like the actual process of working together and making sure that feels right. And I just don't know if I can get that out of the testimonial.
You don't feel like you can get that out of the testimonial. You need to speak to a physical person like myself in order to get what specific information?
Yeah, like speak to one of your clients, just to be able to hear what it was like to work with you from their perspective.
What do you want it to be like when you work with us?
Well, I want to know, what the communication structure is going to be like if there's more than what you're leaning on to, because sometimes you enter into this stuff and it sounds like it's not going to be a lot of work, but it really is a lot of work.
Sure.
And I just want to make sure that what I'm doing, I actually have the time budgeted out for it and everything like that. And I like you, you're a nice guy, but this is our first time meeting, and it would just help me if I got that clarity. If I got that clarity from someone, I'll move forward in a couple days.
I'm stuck. Your turn. I'm stuck there. I'm sorry.
You were doing good, like trying to lose me, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
and genuinely, seriously, like after watching all your guys' sales calls, like I've started to get in my head like things that I would do. But I suppose like with that repetition, like, I know you were being difficult there, sort of like on purpose.
I'm being difficult.
Yeah, but like I feel like I've 100% learned a lot more just from watching you guys. But like, how would you overcome that? For example, I'm saying, well, Stephen, I love what you're doing. I love what you're offering. Money, yeah, we're cool with that. But I definitely want to speak to some past clients and hear from their personal experience.
Cool. Yep. Totally understand you. Appreciate you asking that. Actually, can you just let me know what the actual thought process is behind that question?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to hear their personal experience. I want to hear how they find you and as a business, as an individual, as communication, to speak to you, to work with you, the results they're getting, all that kind of stuff.
Cool. And just for clarity, did you watch the client testimonial videos before we hopped on this call?
Yeah, we watched all the client testimonial videos. I like what you're doing, but I definitely would like to speak to maybe some of those guys in the testimonials, because watching a video is a video, isn't it?
Exactly. You've seen the client testimonials. Ultimately, when it comes to generating these types of results, there's really three main things that you need to have in place for you. And those are, number one, you got to have an actual business set up, like ready to collect payments, right? For your e-commerce site. You have that, right? Boom, right? We got the merchant services. 2, you got to be able to sit on a call with me, and then I'm going to interview you, get some content out of you to be able to utilize on that site.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then the third thing, the only thing you have to do is I'm going to deliver you, something, and you just have to review it and make sure that it's all good and within your business. Just to clarify, those three things are good with you?
They're perfect with me.
Yeah. So, given that we've had hundreds of other businesses sign up, get websites from us, had those three things in place, they got the results they wanted. If you had the right system, you got the support you need from us and everything like that, do you think that you're going to be able to go through and get the results?
I mean, by the sounds of it, yes, 100%.
Cool. And so while I agree with you, that talking to one of our clients is a great idea, it doesn't change the fact that I can help you solve the problem right now that you mentioned, right?
True.
Cool. So are you cool with, kind of moving through, without talking to a past client?
I'd still like to talk to a past client. Like that would be really helpful.
Yeah. Cool. So we can definitely talk about that. And I appreciate you being open and honest with me. Now, are you cool if I'm open and honest with you for
100%.
a second?
I think we got that here.
Cool. So right now, I'm on a call with you and we have about 10 to 20 clients. I have 10 to 20 people reaching out to me every week, asking to work with me. And at the same time, I like to keep a pretty tight-knit small group of high-quality clients because I want to make sure that they're supported. So while I'm not saying that your request is invalid at all, just in my current position, with 20, 30 people reaching out to me each week, it just wouldn't really be appropriate nor realistic for me to fill my clients' calendars with a bunch of people who are just thinking about doing this and not necessarily serious about doing it anyways. Especially when a lot of my clients, they're highly successful and they charge anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 per hour. So that's just not something I'd be able to do with that. So with that being said, how would you like to proceed from here?
I mean, I would really like to speak to a client, but I don't know how we can make this possible. I suppose, I don't know. I suppose we should just go Visa or Amex. We should just go
what?
Visa or Amex. Which one
I
would you
didn't catch
prefer? You sold me. I like it.
Right. Yeah. So typically at that point, they just accept, right? They just accept. And then if you need anything else,
what do you think that is? What I know is it's kind of like, it's literally like chicken, like two cars on the road, like who's turning last. And I suppose that's your job as the salesman to have that nerve to be able to turn last, but like not in a dick way. Do you know what I mean? Like you didn't do that in a dick way. And I think I really like what you said there is like, I get what you're saying. And my favorite part about all of that was, well, the clients that I work with, you're like giving yourself that credibility. Well, the clients that I work with charge this much per hour. Like I can't just fill up their calendar because you're asking. Do you know what I mean? That's like you working with someone that knows Elon Musk and being like, oh, can I just get a 5-minute convo with Elon Musk? It's like, well, no. Why? That's right. A really interesting looking at it.
So there's a couple of things. Like one, you have to use the lines that are, understanding of where they're coming from, which is where a lot of people fail to convert in objection handling because they turn it around and they feel attacked because this person isn't buying right now. But it's normal human reaction. Like if you get to the end of the call and they just say yes so easily without asking a question like this or something, very, very tough. So you have to be like, hey, like totally appreciate you bringing that up. That's great. Just tell me your thought process behind that. Give yourself a second to think and then let them talk, right? And let them be heard. But then also, sometimes it's just reality. I actually deflated those numbers a lot because normally what we're going to say is there's, 80 to 100 people reaching out to us per week. And when you just put that in perspective, it's like a lot of people say that they're interested and a lot of people say that they want to talk to our clients, but then they're not necessarily serious about moving forward. They're just like, oh, yeah, because now they're future pacing themselves where they're like, oh, okay, so if I'm a client, like, and they have 20, 100 people reaching out each week, then like, do I expect them to send like a couple people every day to me? Like to, so these things are starting to move through their head. It's a hard thing to say no to. Now, someone could obviously still go through all that and they could still say no. It's like, still, I want to talk, to one of your clients. And then in that case, it ultimately depends on the client. But if, most of the times we aren't, doing client referrals. Sometimes we are. There's a couple clients where we are. And then, we will end the call. Like, because not every sale is going to be closed.
I like that.